I want to test you, and we will see if you actually understand dominant girls, if you have what it takes to be with one, and if you would last in a relationship with a dominant girl. Let's get started. Oh, I was forgetting. This quiz is very important. Okay? So you need to answer honestly, not based on what you wish you would do or what sounds impressive. Oh, I have a little task for you. Subscribe to my channel right now. Question number 1. Imagine you and her, you're out on a date. It's a really nice, fancy bar. You're having drinks. And she asks you, so what do you like? What do you do? I'm going to give you 3 options. Option A, you talk a lot. You keep telling her what you like, what you don't like, everything, your whole story and things that she didn't even ask you. You just make it all about yourself and you barely ask her any questions. Option B. You give her a short, vague reply, so she has to keep asking you questions to get any information from you, wasting her time, and make her even repeat herself sometimes. Option C. You answer her question clearly, briefly, and then you shift the attention and the focus back to her, asking her very good questions. Now be honest. Comment down below what is your answer. Let me tell you, dominant girls can tell within 5 minutes of meeting you if you have potential to be a good partner, if you are self centered, selfish, or if you are just. So, if you're lucky enough to actually have a date with her, you better use those 5 minutes wisely. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Imagine that she asked you to do something, to handle something, and you failed to do it up to her standards, or you did a very poor job. So she tells you, babe, I'm so disappointed at you. Look what you've done. It's not enough. It's not good. I'm honestly so disappointed at you. I want to know, how would you react to her telling you that she's very disappointed? Option A, you argue your point. Option B, you withdraw emotionally. And by this, I mean that you act in a huff, you stop talking to her, and you just become indifferent or, shy. Option C, you feel like you need to correct yourself immediately because her feeling disappointed at you, it's really feeling heavy on you. You really can't deal with her feeling disappointed at you. Question number 3. Imagine you have tickets to go watch a movie in the cinema. You start getting ready to leave the house, you put your jacket on, and suddenly she tells you, are you gonna go like that? I don't think so. I don't think this whole outfit is working for you. Go change. Option A, you tell her that you really like the outfit, you explain to her why you chose it, and you keep wearing it anyways. Option B, you hesitate, you laugh it off, and you ask her if it really matters. And option C, you take it off without arguing and you put on whatever she decides because you understand that the way you present yourself when you are next to her, it's for her to decide. Let's move on to the next question. Now imagine that you are at a work staff party. Everybody's there, your boss, your coworkers, their partners, and your partner included. Now it's you, her, and a bunch of your coworkers having a conversation when you interrupt her mid-sentence. How dare you? Anyways, she doesn't take it nicely. She looks at you and she tells you, I was not done yet. You need to pay attention and learn when the other person has finished. You can't interrupt me like that. Apologize. Now tell me what happens inside of you. Option A. You start arguing with her, you're irritated, you're annoyed, and you stop talking to her for the rest of the night. B. You are feeling very embarrassed, very awkward, so you stop talking to everyone and you just withdraw emotionally. C. You immediately stop, apologize, and you let her continue. Okay, next question, but same situation. Imagine that in a conversation with your coworkers, you disagree with one of them. And instead of siding with you, she sides with your coworker. She tells you, he's right. What he says makes way more sense. So I think he's right. Now, what is your reaction to that? Option A, you are irritated, you feel disrespected, you feel like your partner should always have your back no matter what. So you tell her after the party that what she did was unacceptable. Option B, you don't know how to handle it, so you just go quiet and stop talking for the rest of the night. You accept it. At this time, she chose his opinion over yours. And you know that your job is not to compete, but to accept whatever she wants or thinks is right. Ready for the next one? You're at work and you miss her a lot. So you message her and you ask her if she's going to be free to talk later, because your break is coming up in like an hour. And she replies with, maybe I'll see how I feel at that time. What goes through your head? Option A, you're annoyed. Your time matters too. So you want a clear yes or no. Option B, you get very needy. So you keep asking her why. Now, how do you feel now? I miss you. You keep sending her message over message over message. Option C, you accept it calmly. You don't pressure her. You don't keep asking her questions. You just stay ready. And if it happens, good. If not, it's okay. You understand. Next question. You had a very long, busy week at work. Weekend has come, you're excited because you are expecting to see her. You message her, so you ask her, okay, where are we meeting? I'm excited. And she tells you, oh, babe, something came up. We will have to do another time, honey. No apology, no explanations. What's your reaction? Option A, you feel brushed off and you start questioning yourself where you stand. Option B, you say it's fine, but you're disappointed and you just act distant for the whole weekend. Option C, you accept it immediately because you know that her whole world doesn't revolve around you and her life doesn't pause for you. Next question. Now imagine that you're talking about something that you were both supposed to do together, but she tells you, I already decided that we're not doing that. And she moves on. How do you feel? Option A, you feel resistance. You want to discuss it. You want answers. B, you feel confusion. You were not expecting that. C, you accept it. You don't ask questions, you just accept it. Let's move on to the next question. Imagine that you two are hanging out one night, and that night she acts distant and she's kind of quiet. You notice it, so you ask her, "What's wrong? Did I do something wrong? What's going on?" And she tells you, "No, it's okay. I just don't feel like explaining it or talking about it right now." What do you do? How do you react? Option A, you push for answers because communication is key and you want to know what's going on. Option B, expect it fully and you trust that whenever she's ready, she's going to talk about it. Next question. Now imagine that she texts you out of the blue. Be ready at 7. No explanation, no follow up, nothing. What do you do? Option A. You ask some questions because you want to know more. You are impatient and you're very curious. Option B. You comply but you feel tense about the lack of detail. And option C. You know that she hates questions, so you don't ask questions. You just make sure that you are ready at 7. Next question. Now imagine that you send her a message and suddenly her replies start being dry, short, to the point. She's not as chatty as she usually is. What goes through your head? Option A. Option A, you assume that she just lost interest, so you start pulling away emotionally. Option B, you ask her questions. What's going on? Is something wrong? Did I say something wrong? You keep messaging her over and over and over, asking for explanations. You understand? You think that she must be busy, so you give her space. Next question. Imagine she tells you that she feels very stressed because this week has been so busy. She is overwhelmed with work and she just has too much on her plate. What do you do? Option A, you listen, you sympathize, and you say that sucks, but you don't do anything. Option B, you give her your advice and you tell her how you think that she should handle this. And option C, you quietly take something off her plate so she doesn't have to worry about it or think about it. Next question. Now imagine that you two are chilling in the sofa watching a movie and she says, I really crave Chinese food. So what do you do? Option A, you barely acknowledge her comment and you just keep watching the movie. Option B, you agree with her and say that it would be great, but you don't do anything. And option C, you secretly arrange for Chinese food delivery for that same night without making a big deal out of it. Next question. You two are having a conversation and she says that she had an expense this month that she was not expecting. How do you react? Option A, you ask questions because you're curious, but you don't do anything. Option B, you mentally note it, but you don't act. You don't do anything afterwards. Option C, you mentally note it and you later send her the money for that expense. Next question. I'm going to give you three options and I want you to choose which one of those three feels the closest to you and what you believe on. Option A, generosity should always be discussed and agreed on beforehand. Option B, I like helping, but I need appreciation. And option C, if she feels supported, that's enough reward for me. Now imagine that she posts a really nice picture of just herself on her Instagram and she's getting a lot of comments, a lot of likes, a lot of messages from other men. What do you do? Option A, you go to her Instagram, you check the picture, and you tell her later on that it's too much and that you don't feel comfortable with that. Option B, you obsess over it. You don't say anything to her, but you go to her Instagram, you check the picture, and you analyze exactly who is liking the picture and who is commenting. Option C, you understand. You accept that she is very, very pretty and that things like this are always going to happen. That's the questionnaire done. I'm really curious to know what are your answers. So now it's the time for the results. If you got mostly A's, that means that you like her being dominant as an idea, but not as a reality. You're not real. You don't have what it takes to be with a girl like this. And you're definitely not gonna last long. No. And you don't know how to handle us, babe. I'm sorry. But I'm not here to lie to you. Let's not forget that you probably put yourself first all the time. You just don't have your priorities right. If you got mostly B's, you're just in a tiny better position, but I don't think that you don't have what it takes either. The problem is that your insecurity gets in the way. You need constant reassurance, and that does not sit well with a dominant girl. If you got mostly C's, congratulations, you do have what it takes. You understand dominant women. You understand that leadership doesn't mean rejection. You understand that you're not the center of attention. You understand that her world doesn't revolve around you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe and leave your comments. See you soon.